number 21, Grievous Vasquez. From Westchester High, a 6'9" forward, number 15, Amir Johnson. And number 10, he's a 6'7" guard from USC. Ladies and gentlemen, DeMar DeRozan. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 1. This is a clutch. Your head coach is Dwayne Casey.
The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt, and it's Singler in at the 3 slot. Now here's Jennings. Pass to Drummond. Great D that time for Mr. Clutch.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Such a wide open look. DeRozan's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for Toronto. Detroit with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Jennings dishes to Drummond. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Johnson the screen. Mr. Clutch the pass to DeRozan. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's Mr. Clutch. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Raptors on defense. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
You can put Coach in the crowd that feels Game 1 is the most important game in the series. He said to take the first game on the road would put us in the driver's seat from a mental advantage as well as a home court advantage. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
He feeds it to DeRozan. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Takes the 13-footer. The offensive rebound.
Didn't matter that he was surrounded. He was the guy who muscled everybody else out of the way to get that board.
And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Six on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Meeks can't hit.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time. It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Here's Jennings, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. From 13, and Monroe with the basket on the assist from Brandon Jennings. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's Meeks. Outside Jennings. Knocked loose. Fast break Toronto. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Pistons trail by 4. The drive by Jennings. Here's Drummond. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
He has such a knack for scooping up the rebound and then making a defense pay.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he could really get rolling.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Dishes it to Monroe. Puts it up from 7. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. 6 points for Greg Monroe.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Vasquez passes to Mr. Clutch. Johnson the screen. Shot off the pick. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Jennings kicks to Monroe. No good. Good D by Johnson. Raptors leading by 4. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Hits the three-point bomb. DeRozan's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors. A new group in now for the Raptors. Tyler Hansbrough checked in for Steamsma. Patterson comes in for Amir Johnson. Terrence Ross is checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Williams in for Vasquez. And a different look here for the Pistons. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Drummond. Martin comes in for Kyle Singler. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And Caldwell-Pope. Gets the basket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Williams passes to Mr. Clutch. Lets it fly. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here is Augustine. Kicks it to Monroe. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Mr. Clutch, headed by Augustine. No good from Ross. Pistons trailed by 6. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here is Augustine. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 6 to shoot. Here's Monroe. And good on the basket. Book it.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He got it up. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Toronto ahead, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense.
Just going out now with a whole new group. And a different look here for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Monroe. Singler comes in for Martin. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Jennings in for Augustine. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Meeks and Singler at the 2 and 3. Anthony Tolliver out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Jennings in at the 1. The tray. Here's Johnson. Detroit with the rebound. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Mr. Clutch, in their last game against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He finished with 28 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. His teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
Meeks dishes to Tolliver. Unloads from 13. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Assist from.
Here's Vasquez. 1:12 left to play here in the half. Mr. Clutch, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Mr. Clutch. Lets it go. That one wide left.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little bit. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
Outside DeRozan. The pass to Mr. Clutch. The feed to Steamsma. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 11. 5 on the clock. Over in the corner to Vasquez. And stolen by Drummond. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Jennings. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Mr. Clutch has got the game tied up here for Toronto. Now here's Jennings. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lets it go from deep. Again, Jennings missing. Throws it from deep. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
All right, we got a few things to cover before the second half. This isn't a game I'm going to let slip away from us. We need this one. Props for the way you operated in the open court. Good use of the fast break. We caught him flat-footed a few.
And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Just a fantastic game for Mr. Clutch. 13 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
Well, that's important, Clark. I mean, he's conscious of the fact that moving the ball around gets the defense to move. It forces them to work, and it creates a better offensive flow for his own team.
Mr. Clutch in a 2-guard. Greg Steamsma is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Vasquez in at the point guard position. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. There's a screen. Passes it to Mr. Clutch for the lead. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got 5 assists tonight. The Pistons trailing. Outside Jennings. Feeds it to Meeks. From the arc. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Vasquez passes to Mr. Clutch. Raptors moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Now here's Vasquez. He's tightly guarded. And another basket for Toronto.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Jennings kicks to Drummond.